Hi everyone, hope you're well, and today I want to talk about paragliding clubs. This is our local club, Asas.do Oeste, it means Wings of the West. And today something really cool happened that's been coming for quite a few years. So let's head out, have a look at that, and I'll tell you all about clubs. A lot of this stuff is stuff I didn't realize when I really started on my first few years of paragliding, so I thought it might be useful to some of you. In most countries, paragliding is run at most simple level by clubs, which are basically associations. So these are groups of pilots that come together, form an association, and almost always the club is non-profit, so it's only self-serving. Whatever money gets made gets spent for the good of its members and the things that it's trying to achieve. And almost always they are run on a non-professional way. So think about the president might be a guy that is a doctor, and then on the free time he paraglides, and on his free time is the president of this association. It looks like the machine that we're using. Oh, and they're still working here. It's quite sideways actually. Looks like they're still working here. They just went for lunch. So they've cut this back here. This had, as you can see from previous videos, this had like... And a lot of the things that clubs want to do is, for instance, secure takeoffs, make sure people have places to take off and land from. Or there will be a safety officer, there will be coaches from the club to help new members. And it's very much pilots helping other pilots in an organized way. And this is why it's so important to support your local club. You know, it might be 10 euros a year, it might be 50 euros a year, it might be very different where you are, but usually that money goes towards the community as a whole in that particular area. Alright, it's a shame that Pinto's not here, but might try and get the little harness and see if we can get up. Pinto is a guy with a lot of experience instructing over the past 20 years, and he's taken it upon himself to make the club better. Actually, he started the club a couple of years ago. He's been running it. He's the main driving force behind it. But again, these people don't get paid for it. You know, they organize competitions. And a lot of people say, well, it's free flight, so it should be free, so you should go and do whatever you want. Well, it's kind of like your carbon footprint or whatever. You know, you weren't asked to be born, but just by being there, you're having an impact on other people. So it's better to take responsibility for that and try to do it in the best you can. And maybe you don't get along with your club or whatever the reason, but bear in mind that usually the patch of land that you're using to take off belongs to someone, or belonged to someone before it was a takeoff. Same thing with airspace. I think I used to have quite a naive way of thinking about clubs. A lot of those connections and a lot of those relationships have been forged over years and years, usually by the heads of club members and other people at the club. So here's a bit of unexpected drama. I came down, filmed all of this, and then realized I've lost my car key. So I'm screwed now because I have a spare at home, but the one at home, the home keys are inside the car. So yeah, tricky. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to give you a little bit of perspective on clubs and the work that's been done by people before us so that we have what we have today. So anyway, a big thanks to Pinto and everyone at Asas.do Oeste for sorting out the grelha takeoff. That's been amazing. If you want to come and fly with us, check out the website. It'll be here. It has loads of information on the site, and you can get in touch with the relevant people. And yeah. As always, I want to say a big thank you to all of these lovely people on Patreon and YouTube memberships, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. So, Pinto, the absolute legend, is lending me his van to go home to meet my landlord there, which has a spare key for the house, runs the club, lends me his car, and yeah, it all worked out in the end. The key works. Ciao, ciao.